It's episode 3 of this brand new series where I give my thoughts on these inspired by fragrances from the Essence Vault. Today I turn my attention to number 475, which is inspired by Versace Eros, that I wrongly underestimated for many years, and I thought it was a bit of a generic fragrance, but now I think it's a very underrated and pretty unique designer fragrance with its own unique character, and one that I really enjoy the smell of. It's extremely versatile, a huge compliment getter, and pretty huge performer as well, especially for a designer scent. I don't really buy that many copies of designer fragrance because they're usually pretty affordable anyway once they hit the discounters, but this review was requested by one of the subscribers to the channel, so I thought I'd pick up a bottle of this one to review and just let you know my thoughts on it. So to find out if this one's any good and whether it's worth picking up for yourself, stay tuned to this episode of Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody, and welcome to part 3 of this special Essence Vault series of reviews from Mags Frags. My name's Paul, and today's featured scent is Essence Vault number 475, which is inspired by Versace Eros, which is an aromatic fougere fragrance for men, and the original came out in 2012 and was followed by the Eros Flame Flanker in 2018, and then we saw an EDP version in 2020, and finally a PARFUM in 2021, but this one is based on the original from 2012. It still retails for around about the £50 mark, but you can shave a few quid off the price if you shop around, which is decent enough. But I picked up this one on a multi-save offer with my own discount code, so I paid £11.50 for this 100ml bottle size, which I think is pretty crazy. So if you want to pick up a bottle of this or any other fragrance from the Essence Vault with a 20% discount, please feel free to use my unique code at the checkout, which is just my name, Paul, and you'll get your 20% off your order site-wide all year round. Alternatively, you can just follow the link in the description and that'll automatically apply your discount for you at the checkout. But at the time of recording this video, there is a code that gives you a massive 30% discount, which is thank you 30, but if that one becomes invalid for any reason, my code will remain active all year round. They do also occasionally do a buy one get one free deal from time to time, so they're always good to look out for also. The Essence Vault fragrances are all vegan friendly and cruelty free, and they come with free shipping when you spend over £45 on your order. And I want to start by saying that this video is in no way sponsored by the Essence Vault in any way, and I am not being paid to promote their products or being told what to say. I also paid for all of these fragrances with my own money, so all the opinions that you're about to hear today are my own unbiased opinions, and I'm not being paid to promote these products. Okay, so the top notes in this one are mint, green apple and lemon. The heart notes are tonka bean, ambroxan and geranium. And the base notes are vanilla, cedar, vetiver and oak moss. Okay, so this one opens up very bright, but for the first 5 or 10 minutes or so, I don't pick up on much of the Eros DNA when I tested them side by side. The original Eros produced lots of sparkling freshness up top, and you get the prominent mint notes straight away, which is also supported by the green apple and the lemon. This one just came off smelling quite oily with maybe some lemony freshness, but overall I wasn't that impressed with the introduction. But as is the case with most copy fragrances, give this 10 minutes to dry down, and as if by magic the Eros DNA starts to come through, and you do get some minty freshness mixed with the sweeter notes of tonka beans and vanilla, and it does develop into a pretty accurate representation of the original, and I'd say it's probably about 85% to 90% there. And there was a little crossover point around about the half-hour mark where I actually started to prefer how this was projecting off my skin. It was a touch sweeter and seemed to have a touch more depth, but then at other points I kind of preferred the smell of the original. This one does smell great for the most part though, and you get a really pleasing blend of sweet notes, but it remains super fresh and uplifting with a mass appealing shower gel like cleanness throughout. So if you've watched any of my other videos in this series, you might just want to skip this part and go straight to the next section, because I'm going to repeat this little useful handy tip in all of my fragrance, at least the copy content going forwards. So today's top tip for you, what I personally do is when I'm testing these ones out, I spray a single blast just on the back of each hand. And then I just keep my hands well away from my face or my nose, and just let the scent just come and find me. You will always get a really big initial blast of fragrance in the air, and I can smell it like really projected heavily now, but just avoid going directly to the skin for a sniff for about 10 minutes or so, and that way you'll just kind of get nice wafts from it, and then when you start getting the wafts, you then can go in for a slightly closer sniff. I do understand how tempting it is though to spray it and go straight in for a sniff straight to the skin, but trust me, all that's going to happen is you'll get a nose full of perfumer's alcohol, you will go nose blind, and it'll ruin your experience. So just spray it on the back of your hands and just completely forget about it, and that's how I like to enjoy my copy fragrances. But that's just a top tip for us in the Mags Frags community. Yeah, this scent DNA of Versace Eros is widely regarded as one of the most versatile aromas that you're ever likely to smell. It's literally suitable to wear all year round and for any occasion, so this would be perfect for guys who are just looking for that one fragrance just to do it all, that's safe and dependable and just get them plenty of compliments. The only perhaps small downside to this is that it might be slightly better suited to younger guys under 25 because it is playful and attention grabbing. So if you're looking for gentlemanly sophistication, then this might come off a touch too juvenile for some guys out there. But I'm in my late 40s and I don't mind reaching for this time to time. You can wear it dressed up or casually, but I'd say go easier on the sprayer if you're going to wear it as a work fragrance, because it is a little bit of a room filler. Yeah, this is an EDP concentration with a large concentration of fragrance oil, so it is really long lasting with a decent strong projection. I don't think it performs quite as well as the original, but that's not a negative because the original is a very strong fragrance that does last all day. This one you're going to probably get about 5 to 6 hours of longevity with a couple of hours of decent projection, which I'd say is more than enough considering that the price that you pay for it. Yeah, this is about as mass appealing and as likeable as it gets, really. The opening is somewhat underwhelming, and it does make you think, oh my god, what have I spent my money on here? But as it dries down, it gets better and better and more Eros-like as time goes by. I'm not sure if I'd recognise it as being Versace Eros if somebody walked past me wearing it, and when I compared them side by side, they were fairly close, but there was a bit of a difference also. I would say that you're probably going to be better off with the original if you can pick it up for the right price, because it's not really a bank account buster in the first place, and you'll get a few months of wear out of a 100ml bottle, even if you just wore it like just the one fragrance every day. Although this is still is a quarter of the price of the original, but it's definitely not a quarter of the quality, so still pretty decent value for money and a decent pickup to try out for yourself. Yeah, so that's about it for part 3 of the series, and if you haven't already checked out the first 2 episodes in the series, then please don't forget to have a watch of those ones also. You can find all my Essence Vault content in a dedicated playlist on the homepage of my channel, alongside loads of other fragrance related playlists and other content. There's going to be loads more to come from the Essence Vault over the next few days and weeks, and in the next episode I am going to be giving my thoughts on number 286, which is the first women's fragrance to feature in this series, but I personally think that men could quite easily pull it off, and it's inspired by Tom Ford's White Patchouli. So if you don't want to miss my review on that one or any of the other upcoming fragrance reviews, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon at the top of the page, and that way you won't miss any of my future content. But if copy fragrances aren't your thing, I am also continuing to review the latest designer and niche fragrance releases alongside this series. So if you are interested in more original perfumes, there's loads to view on the homepage of my channel. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to this latest episode. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you soon for another one. Bye bye for now.